welcome back. We're looking at Unit 26 in this video. And to start off, we'll look at the useful word section on page 301. We start off the list with the sentence, but bakabada fanta inema talo. Bafanta there meaning instead of. It's not something that I've actually seen used before, but there it is. Then you have maktab, which means to wash. We've seen that before. Tataba in other forms. Goshasha, which means dirty or dirt, just anything unclean, messy, especially dirty on you, dirty on the floor. Nitsu, which means clean. Mister, secret. Daha, poor. Dahoch, the poor or poor people. Haptam, which means rich. Balasaga, well off. Then you have minimum kwan, even though, although. Gadama, vicinity. Gadama, approximately. Looks like it's similar pronunciation, but a different accent. Probably Gadama for vicinity and Gadama for approximately. That'll be my guess. Then you have Gaji, director, head, or chief. Agara, Gaju, a governor, a director of a country or province. There, Agara. Andande, sometimes. Chalama, dark or darkness. Burhan, light. Takarani, opposite. Bameto, percent. That literally means bameto. We've seen those words, but the prefix ba and meto is 100. So to kind of a literal translation, percent also meaning by 100 or through 100 or for 100. Bameto is by 100. And then you have yamihonu, around, approximately. And that's we've seen that verb mahon, and you see the yami prefix there. And kufu, mean or bad. So that covers it for the useful words section. And now we'll look at note 26.1, word formation. We're looking at the suffix inut. This suffix gets affixed to nouns and adjectives to form abstract nouns. And we'll see what it basically means is pertaining to. And there's some examples here at the top of 302 that will help us kind of walk through it. So you take a noun like wadaj, which is friend, and then you add the suffix wadajinat, and you have friendship. So that's the when you hear the term or see the term abstract noun, that's what it's referring to. That friendship, or you see in English ness, anything with that ness suffix. It's an abstract concept. The idea of friendship. Dug, meaning kind. Duganet, kindness. Kufu, we saw earlier, mean. Kufunet, meanness. Inat, motherhood. And becomes undanet, unity. So these are concepts, ideas, or abstractions. And that's pretty much it for 26.1. Pretty straightforward there. And then we'll move on to note 26.2 and finish out the unit, looking at the use of the verb maknat, which has three meanings: to straighten, to have good luck, or to be jealous. And you see an example there, ishi yiknao, which translates okay, good luck. It's not an expression I've seen or heard used much, so it is a little unfamiliar to me, but we can work through this and straighten it out, or figure it out. But here you have, we'll walk through basically each of these meanings. So in the first subsection here, to straighten or to become straight, you see the example sentence there. Yitarapazao igur kana. The leg of the table is straightened. So, and, as you can see from the kana, it's a third person masculine singular. I think the important thing here would be knowing the meaning, going through the vowel distributions and the different forms with the verbs that we have seen. You can go back a few units to look at the charts and work through this and do all the transformations or the different conjugations, and that will definitely be good practice with a new word. And then section 2 here, to have good luck, and this is used in the jussive, so we've seen that form before, right? And it also can take on verb suffix pronouns like we've seen elsewhere. So yiknan, with that, it's that jussive with the first person singular suffix, so meaning may I have good luck. Then you have yiknau, yiknat, third person masculine and feminine, and then you have yiknan, first person plural, yiknachu, second person plural, yiknacho, third person plural. It's a good practice there just on the verb suffix pronouns again, and on the jussive form. Then you have the third section with the meaning to be jealous, to envy, and used in combination with the construction ba-lai. And then the suffix iba, which may or may not be used with this construction. We saw that before too in a previous unit where it gets added in between the verb stem and the verb suffix pronoun and connotes the idea that the action had a negative result. There's something negative about it to the detriment of the person that you're referring to. Ato Johannes bemistulai yikanal, or yikanabatal. Mr. John is jealous of his wife. Yikanal, imperfective, third person masculine singular. And the bemistulai is telling you there who he's jealous of. And then, or that alternative form, yikanabatal. So that iba suffix there, giving you that connotation, that negative connotation. Then you have kabada bawandamulai kana. So kabada, subject, kana, third person masculine singular, bawandamulai, that's who he's envying, or kanabat, as another form there. And this note here just points out that it is derived from the form makanat, takana, makanat, yakanat. And also used with the suffix illa. We've seen that before too in another unit. And verb suffix pronouns in the sense of to go smoothly, to be straightened out. Sira tekanalat, the work went smoothly for him. And remember that illa suffix kind of meaning for or on behalf of. Then you have the example gudayu, the affair, the business. Yikanalanal, it was straightened out for us. With that, you have the illa suffix come in right after the right before the suffix, kind of in between the suffix and the stem, and then you have the first person plural form there, the stem or suffix, that is verb suffix pronoun. And then it goes into the substitution correlation drill. This kind of takes you back to the previous unit, unit 25, where you looked at plural adjectives and you go through the transformation. So this would be a good exercise definitely to just kind of help solidify that. And then with that, that pretty much just kind of ends it for us. You go into the questions and answers, and then that finishes out the unit. So thanks for hanging with me through this, and on to Unit 27.